¿Qué onda? What's going on, my friends? This is Ricardo el Profe. How's it going? I'm actually going to do this mostly in English. Usually, if you log on to our channel, you know that a lot of our programming is obviously in Spanish. But today, I'm actually logging on for a completely different reason. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. But today, I'm in search of someone who was missing something I found. So let me kind of give you some background. Some time ago, after watching a lot of reality shows about storage units and people who find interesting things in boxes when they buy storage units, I decided, I'm going to give it a try to check it out. I'm going to check it out. I wanted to see if it was like what you see on TV. It was not. As a matter of fact, the storage units where I went, they were actually, hey, Robert Gomez, what's going on, brother? Hopefully you can stick on and share this video so you can get to the important stuff, to the nitty gritty. But anyways, they didn't actually auction off the whole entire unit. They would auction off like boxes. Well, anyways, long story short, I purchased the box and put it in my garage. I actually purchased 2 boxes. I went through one. It was like a bunch of video games, like Wii stuff that I got rid of pretty quickly. But there was another box, and I honestly didn't even really bother to look through it. I just kind of opened it and closed it. Now, I do remember what the unit looked like. I know where I bought it. I remember the initials on some of the documentation that I saw in the room when I went in. Most importantly, I know the unit number. I know the address to where I purchased the unit, mainly because I wrote information down for myself. So anyways, long story short, about a week and a half ago, I decided I'm going to go through the box, cleaning out my garage because we're always, obviously working on a project right now. We needed the space. And it turns out, as I'm going through the box, that I ran into this. These are service medals. I tried to do a little bit of homework on it. Obviously, I don't know too much about it. That's one. Here's another one. My assumption is that they are real because, when you looked at the unit, you could tell it was a service member. And then there's this medal. So I found a total of 3 medals inside of a box. I know what the box looked like. I know what else was in the box. So now my dilemma is, how do I get these things to the right person? I don't know if anybody out there knows how this works. Do I turn it in somewhere? Do I call a phone number? Is there an email I can check? So I thought I'd start with social media. Obviously, that's kind of part of our business. So I thought, let's go ahead and try a Facebook Live video to see if our friends and family can actually share this. And then, once I started to tell a couple of friends about it, I got some interesting questions. One, well, they seem real. I mean, I apologize for my ignorance. You figure I would know when something like this is legitimate or not, but I don't. I just want to be honest and candid with you. And then somebody asked me, hey, what if they're a Trumpster? So I guess is really my point, because this has nothing to do with politics. In my mind, I mean, I would assume that someone worked really hard to get to this point in their life, obviously sacrificed a lot to get to this point in their life, and they have lost them. And I'll openly tell you, they lost them in a unit, and that's okay. I mean, I kind of even hated to share that part as well, but the reality, I do have the name Robert. I actually have let me take that back. I have a bunch of nicknames I found, but I do have a bunch of initials. I don't know if that means, Robert, if you're asking me to check to see if any of the medals have writing in them. It just says for military merit. That's this green one. And then actually, I didn't even think about that. Thank you, Robert. Good looking out. This one is for also for military achievement, and they actually feel like super heavy. For military merit, it's a purple one. And so I guess what I'm looking for is for people to, actually, I don't know who the previous owner is personally based on the paperwork, because we didn't actually get any paperwork. You just kind of purchase your item. I do have, like I mentioned, the address to the location. I didn't want to actually give out too much information, Robert. What I'm hoping for is that the person who's missing this information will come seeking us, or at some point, I think we'll just turn it in. But they would know the information because they would know when they lost it, where they lost it, you know, what was inside the box, which I have more items from the box, which I don't want to share because I don't want to give out too much information. And then this one is for military merit. And again, guys, I can only tell you based on what I saw in the unit that it all looks like a serviceman. I mean, there was helmets, there was army gear, there was, you know, and based on the other people that were standing around me at the time. By the way, this was not like last week. This was a while back. And I can't tell you the time frame because I'm assuming the person would know that too. So all I'm hoping for is that you guys kind of share this video and we can somehow connect the brave soldier. And I hope I'm not wrong, but I hope that this is all real stuff that I found. But I hope the brave soldier gets their material back, because this should not be in my possession. It should be in their possession. And regardless of, you know, what difficult challenges someone has, I don't think this should be one of the things that they lose, to be honest with you. We don't know the situation. So, you know, first of all, I'm not judgmental anyways, but the reality is, hey, if they lost it for whatever reason, everybody goes through tough times. That's understandable. It's not like I'm going to put them on social media if they don't want to be. I just want to make sure I find the right person. This has happened to me before, not with this particular item, so I'm obviously not giving out my phone number. If you want to know my phone number, it's actually on our page, but you really should send an email first to let me give you the information, which will stream across the page right now. So if you want more information about the items that I found, please email mltv.live.ca@gmail.com. So anyways, I just wanted to connect today in hopes that my friends or family or just acquaintances or even acquaintances of acquaintances can kind of just share the video so that we can figure out who these belong to. I did not find them in Fresno. If you wanted a clue, they're not from Fresno. So again, hopefully you'll be able to kind of help me figure out who lost these medals. In a way, kind of, it's a little bit sad. It's a little bit, especially when we're dealing with the current circumstances that we're dealing with. You know, at some point it should just be about people, right? And I feel horrible if a soldier or a serviceman or woman lost this for whatever reason. And the first thing I can think about is, how do I get them back? So I have been thinking about it for, you know, about a week and a half or two. Like, how do I actually attempt to solve this problem? So I thought I'd start with my easiest means, which is a social media video. If that doesn't work, then I guess I'll go through other channels. But you know, I thought I'd kind of give it a try. So what do you guys think? I know Robert mentioned if there are any names. I did find some paperwork, but to be honest with you, Robert, I didn't find any like, geez, what is wrong with this thing? I didn't find any like specific information about the person. There was paperwork in the unit itself, but I will tell you that I didn't purchase those items with that particular name or information. What I purchased was just a box with miscellaneous items. I actually purchased them because I saw what looked like, I don't know if I tell you that, I guess you know, but it wasn't in there. It wasn't in the box what I thought was super expensive. But anyways, I didn't pay that much for the box. At this point, you know, I think it would be horrible for me to be like, hey, there's a value to this. First of all, I think it's illegal to do that. Second, these should not be sold for any reason whatsoever. And I will tell you, whoever does approach saying these belong to me, we definitely want to see some written information, some printed information, or some documentation that says this belongs to you, because the worst, what would make the situation worse is if we give it to the wrong person. You know, like, come on. We want to make sure that the right person gets this information, gets these medals. So again, just to kind of give you like, oh, I don't know what's wrong with my microphone thing. I think I'm gonna let it go, but just to kind of give you some more some a recap. We found these medals. They're actually kind of come off the box a little bit, but this is the medal that we found. That's one of the medals, and it says it's for military merit. That's one of the medals. We found 3 total inside of the boxes. And this is not, by the way, this is not one of like those video gotcha. This is just me trying to find the owner. It's not really necessarily to get views or likes, but this is the other medal, which looks a lot similar to the other one for military merit. And the other one is for military achievement. I did Google some information about these medals, but you know, I didn't want to really disclose too much. And then the last one is, let me see if I can pull it up. The last one is for military merit, and it looks like there's like a strip, like where, I don't know, would you write something there? I'm not sure. But anyways, friends and family or acquaintances, hopefully, you know, if you see this video, you can share it and you can help us track down who these medals actually belong to. I want to make sure that they find the right home, and it's not just like this random, sorry, I'm having like total issues with this microphone thing. I'm hoping that you help us find the right person. Robert, I appreciate you chiming in, and those are really good questions. I did think about possibly going back to the unit to attempt to figure out, you know, if they could help me. I'm sure they can. And if I don't get any leads from this particular video, obviously, you know, that would be my next option. But anyways, I just wanted to share kind of the story with you guys. Again, some time ago, I bought some items from a storage unit. I ended up buying 2 boxes from this particular storage unit. It had some random material, and for a long time, I mean a long time, I didn't actually look in the second box. I just kind of looked on the surface. And once I looked at it about a week and a half ago, maybe 2, I ended up finding these medals, which again, to my untrained eye, seem like they're real. They're really heavy, so I mean, that doesn't mean that they're real or not, but you know, hopefully we can help connect these medals to the actual hero whom they belong to. So anyways, if you guys get any leads, please make sure they email us or send us an inbox. Our email address keeps streaming across the page. They can also inbox us at MLTV or Movimiento Latino. Again, I want to reiterate that this has nothing to do with politics. I don't really care who you voted for, who you're voting for, although you know how passionate our staff is about that. But to me, I think this is like, it's for the greater good, right? And so it doesn't matter who you voted for. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter if you hate me. It doesn't matter if you hate people like me. I think that if you fought for this country, those belong to you and not to us. And so I want to make sure that we find the right home. Yeah, you know what? Actually, Robert, that's a great suggestion. There's probably some veterans clubs who I did reach out to. I made a couple phone calls. And actually, they were the ones that suggested doing this, but they are going to put me in contact with someone that could or might be able to help me. So, Robert, you're awesome, bro. Like, man, you got all the suggestions today. So I appreciate your time, Robert. Thank you for chiming in. I know it's like a random time. And the only reason I'm logging in right now because I have an interview with Saren, Immigration Services. So we're going to talk about immigration, about DACA, about services they're providing during the pandemic and during COVID-19. But before I did that, I wanted to make sure I get this out there. So hopefully you'll help me share it. Robert, thank you for chiming in again. Hopefully you'll help me share it and locate this the rightful owner of these medals. And again, I said 3, 1, 2. I want to make sure I gave you the right count. 3. There's actually 4 medals that are inside these boxes because one box has 2 medals. So I found 3 boxes. There are some identifying features on these boxes, which I kind of didn't really share, but that's because I'm hoping that the person that they belong to can kind of, set us on the right path. So Taco Nation in the house. By the way, Taco Nation is the bomb. So we got to connect really soon. We started having events again, Robert. So hopefully you'll be able to join us at our next event. We had a food giveaway in October 9th with United Way, Mi Familia Vota, Centro de Familia para el Desarrollo Indígena Oaxaqueño. You don't have to repeat that, but you know what I'm saying. About 1,500 people showed up, so we were really proud of that particular event. It was a drive-through event. But yeah, Robert, send me a message. I think you still have my cell phone number. I think we're actually looking to provide tacos to farm workers as part of like prizes to cuadrillas or farm worker groups of people for working so hard this winter. Right now, Robert, since you kind of started the topic, our team has disseminated masks and sanitizers along with handkerchiefs and obviously very super important information about COVID-19, social distancing procedures. But then on top of that, it also has some disaster documentation that you should know in case of a fire, in case of an earthquake, in case of a disaster in your area. And it actually tells you what kind of documentation you should really save instead of like trying to run out with your PlayStation or your TV. I meant that as a joke for the PlayStation fans. You should run out with your cell phone because it has everything on your life. And of course, like your passport, your birth certificate, marriage certificate, things like that. But anyways, yeah, send me a message, Robert. We need to chat. And then, so again, last time I think I'm gonna do this again. Maybe Saturday or Sunday in the evening, so that maybe more people can chime in. But I found 4 medals. These are the boxes that I found in a storage unit. I can't tell you where I found the storage unit, where the storage unit was, or what the storage unit number was, or what the address or location, nothing, because my assumption is whoever lost these would know that. I wouldn't necessarily have to tell them. There's also more paperwork that we found, but nothing necessarily important or relevant or that would help us locate the person. However, that being said, if you lost this box, you would know what's in the box, or at least for the most part, even if it's been a couple years, you would kind of know what's in the box. So yeah, Robert, send me a message so we can connect, brother. I hope everything is well during the pandemic, and then maybe we can get together and do some events. And then everybody else, thank you very much for chiming in. We didn't get a lot of people connected, but I completely understand why. It is 3:14 in the afternoon. But please share the video. Please connect it to your friends and family so that maybe we can figure out a way to locate. This microphone is on one today. So maybe you can help us locate who it belongs to. So again, my name is Ricardo and Profe from MLTV and Radio Láser. I just wanted to connect today and find the rightful owner of these 4 medals. What is up with the pop-ups, bro? All right, so I'll see you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Don't forget, I actually have 2 interviews today with a singer from Mexico City. So chime in at 6 p.m. And then I also have an interview with Siren, immigration. I can't, sorry for my ignorance, but off the top of my head, I can't remember. But I want to say it's Immigration and Education Network. But if I said that wrong, I apologize. I should do my homework. But I am going to do that before we log. All right, see you guys.